And welcome back to another episode of the King of Smut 95 plays Langrisser. And today I'm going to do level 6. Okay. Now level 6 is one of the exciting ones because first of all, this is the first level where you no longer have Volkov. So Volkov has already died from the previous level. And now you're going to basically try to retake Baldiov's castle. So the castle that the enemy took in level 1, you're going to go and try to retake it back in this level here. Okay, so the strategy is going to be pretty simple. You're going to basically think and do basically what the enemy did in level 1. So you're going to try to do that again. So basically, you got 2 sets. You got a party of 2 people that's going to have to come from the left-hand side. I'm going to suggest you do Thorn and Namu on that side, and then you're going to take Layden and Chris and take her on the right hand side. So you set Layden over here, and Nina over here, and there we go. The strategy should be relatively simple. You basically want to try to get Layden's archers in as best as you can, because they got horses guarding both the gates. Narm and Thorn can't get archers at this present moment, so you're just going to basically take Layden here and just ram them right into those horses and just cut them to pieces and get into the castle as fast as you can. And then basically, once you get them in, you want to try to basically go through and eliminate the soldiers as you can as you go around. Again, because the archers will be very effective against these horse guys, and you just blast right through these guys. And again, Chris still low level, but if you can, you want to try to get her in as much as you can. See if you can get her to take on some of the soldiers versus soldiers. Now on this side, again, you got basically Narm and Thorn here. They're going to have to go against these horses hand on hand, and they're probably not going to be that great. So the best you can do is you basically are going to just set up a wall here and try to basically limit the ability for the horses to get around me and do a 2-on-1 type of situation, and that way I can basically stall them for a while until I can get Layden over. And maybe his archers can take care of some of his losers when they get on the right side. So let's see what happens there. Thorn here, he's going to basically set up a wall again. Maybe get some of those soldiers to jump over the wall, and then we can then go soldier after soldier, and get some action going on here. Okay. So Sonya's over here. She's got some sorcery spells, and that will take her a while to come across. So here you go. The horses are fairly strong, so you gotta be careful. You won't be able to last too long. You're trying to going on, you're trying to take them on, but what you can do is you can slow them down, all right? Until hopefully Layden with his archers will come across and help you sweep those guys out. Okay, so while the action's going here, I can now go and answer some questions and some responses back to some emails and comments that occurred along the way here. One of the comments was that they commented that I seem to support a lot of the PC Engine TurboGrafx, and I mentioned that previous on my other channel the history of fan anime, that before I opened up my anime store, I used to work at Radio Shack, and so a lot of people always ask questions about, what are some good stories when you used to work in a particular place, and when there was if you worked at a restaurant, what are some of the funny stories about customers and so whatnot. And of course now, Radio Shack has been brought up as a source. Can you tell us some funny stories or some good TurboGrafx stories, that kind of stuff? Okay, well, there are quite a few funny stories. I'll do them sort of relevant first, I guess. As you know, that time, the Radio Shack was a really big supporter for TurboGrafx. They were one of the very few places that actually sold it, and I'm sure they sold PlayStations, that kind of stuff there, and for the most part, they didn't make very much margin on PlayStations. A lot of cases, like many retailers, they actually lost money selling the PlayStation console, but the idea was you're supposed to sell and upsell people with the controllers and games, that kind of stuff. And that's where you sort of make the money at. But the PC Engine, or the TurboGrafx, I remember they had this special wooden display which allowed you to put the Hitachi monitor, TV set in there, and you fit the controllers up front, and people can play games and that kind of stuff on it. And I remember, one of the big games that we used to always have on display as a sort of the display was Lords of Thunder, because it's a shooter, and not everyone will last too long on that. But one of the things that was wrong with Lords of Thunder is it didn't have a really good opening, right? It didn't have like a good sort of graphical introduction with motion and video and that kind of stuff, because again, back in the day, a lot of the other options were like Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis, right? So one of the things that I remember I used to do is I used to bring in some of the Japanese games, like one of the more popular ones that I remember. I kept bringing in this Lady Phantom, and I'd always put that in there, and because it had a fairly good opening. Again, not too many people was able to play the game without me explaining to them what the exact thing that you do with it. And once I told them the exact sort of sequence of how you do it, basically it's, you can move. I mean, it's a pretty simple game. Maybe I'll make a video for that rather than explaining it. But yeah, I remember doing all that, and it's pretty popular. When they had the displays and that stuff, I was working at the Radio Shack at City Square Mall. So that's basically in the shopping mall right across from our City Hall. They had a Radio Shack there, and I remember I had that on display. And, I always had lots of people come over during lunch break and playing different games, that kind of stuff. I'd switch over to again, Lords of Thunder and different shooter games, that kind of stuff, and they'd sit there and play, and that was their sort of lunch hour type of thing. And so it was lots of fun. Okay, so another funny story is that a lot of people ask me is that, well, okay, so since Radio Shack sold PC Engine and TurboGrafx kind of thing, how was your employee discount? Like, did you get a really good deal on it when you bought these TurboGrafx units? And that's an interesting story. Because generally speaking, Radio Shack employees got just a 10% discount, which is not much, but it was a little bit something. But the key was we understood how the clearance and discontinued thing works, and then I'll sort of explain to you how it works and sort of go along with the story. So the TurboGrafx I remember was something like $399. So comparative to the Super Nintendos and the Sega Genesis, it was like the most expensive, really expensive type of game. At regular retail, $399. That was like, but it's acceptable. I can hand, you kind of sort of, if you had money, better do something, then you'd spend it. But the key behind it was that, that was what its standard retail was. Now, when they put on clearance, what they usually do is that they have a clearance sale type thing, or a clearance event type of thing, or like a red tag sale, or that kind of stuff. And when you're in the store and you're in charge of doing the ordering, they will tell us in our sheets, our ordering sheets, that, for example, TurboGrafx was going to go on clearance, okay? and you had and when it was going on clearance, it usually goes on sale at 50% off what the retail price was. So it will drop from basically $3.99 down to $1.99. Okay, so all of a sudden, hey, this is a big deal. So you had the opportunity to order these units in for your store, based on do you think you're going to sell them. So when that situation happens, I go, oh, okay, hey, it's going on clearance. I'm going to order one for myself, and so that way I can I'll make sure I have a brand new one for me. Okay. So that was the first thing. So you order it and it comes in, and then you basically store in the back and basically tag your name on it or whatever, and hide it in the back. Okay, now here's the kicker. Okay, now typically and you advertise on the Ocean flyer that hey, look, these TurboGrafx is on sale from $3.99 down to $1.99. Okay, interesting. You probably can made by and all that kind of stuff. And then of course, if I bought it at that time, you'll get my special staff discount. That'd be great. But you see, being staff, you do some more secrets. Because here's what happens: if you have something on clearance and it doesn't sell during that month on clearance, what happens is the next month you're supposed to reduce the price by 10%, so that that gives more incentive for people to hopefully maybe buy clear things. Because what happens is that if it becomes on clearance, it switches over from clearance to discontinued, and when it becomes discontinued, what they do is every month it becomes discontinued, it drops the price another 10%. Okay, so basically, so it goes from $1.99 down to like $1.79. So again, it's a big drop from $3.99 down to $1.99, and then from $1.99 down to like $1.79. Okay, but every month it drops down to 10%. So obviously it's not selling. But of course, you have one. I had one, and it's sitting in the back. It's buried in the back, got stuff all over the empty boxes, and everything just piled all over it. But I know where it is, and when we do things like counting inventory and that kind of stuff, I always count one because I know I have one, and then I simply look for it. They go, "Oh yeah, your computer says you have one, but we can't find it. Must be an error in inventory." Blah 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 blah. But I know where it is, and so basically, it drops from like $1.99 $1.79, $1.59, $1.59 down to $1.39, and so on, so on, so on. Gets down to a point where it's basically, it's been in the system for like 9 months, and it's basically dropped down 90% of its value. So it's all the way down to like $49 or whatever. I can't remember how much it was, but it was right down like dirt, like bottom of the barrel price. Okay, and so I waited until that time, or it was close to that time. I don't think I actually waited until it went all the way down to 90%. But what I did, I waited until it went to down was, and then I remember always at Christmas time, you get this special letter from the president of Radio Hill saying Merry Christmas to all our staff and that. In this very merry season, blah blah blah, we're going to extend your discount for a single purchase. And it's usually like we're going to give you like 15%, or what is it? I think it's something like 15, it could be 20%, but I think it's 15%. We will give you 15% off your single purchase. So basically, you have the ability to basically anything you wanted to buy, just you buy it all at once with this special discount letter, and they were going to knock off, I think it was actually 20% at the time, that they were going to give you a 20% discount off of your purchase of all your stuff. So So this is the time where you basically pull all those things out of hiding, as it were, and put them all forward, and all the stuff that you wanted to put on layaway, all the stuff that, was all these good deals and that kind of stuff. You pull them all out, and then you go, okay, for Christmas I want to buy all this stuff. And I remember it. I remember the TurboGrafx deal I had. It was like $50. I remember it was like $49 or something like that. So it was discontinued from $3.99 down to $1.99, all the way down to $49. And I remember then I used Christmas discs on top of that. So it went from like $49 down to like just 20% off. So I got it for like $39 or something like that. And then I purchased it, and now basically got a brand new TurboGrafx deal for like $39. And yeah, so that was part of the cool thing to work at Radio Shack. I remember I did that for like speakers and big 15-inch dual woofer speakers. I remember when they had Radio Shack at Fraser and 49th. It's not Starbucks, but I mean these big huge, Optimus, double woofer, 15-inch driver speakers, and it's just, again, they're like $399 each or something like that, like each speaker. So it was like $800 for a pair of speakers. And then of course, same thing. You order them in, clearance. Drop from $399 down to $199, and it went all the way down. I'm pretty sure it went all the way down to $40 or something. Bought them at Christmas time, and basically got a pretty awesome pair of speakers for $100. Yeah, it's like crazy. But that's one of my funny stories for the things that working at Radio Shack. Okay, so let's go check back with the action here. So Layden and Chris are basically made it into the castle here, and now they're dealt with the horses, and now we're going to deal with all the soldiers, and once these soldiers are taken care of, then Layden can then run over to the other side and help her over to the other side, and get rid of those two horses that are causing problems. Yeah, okay. And so it shouldn't be too hard. I mean, Layden's forces are pretty strong, archers versus so get them over there. Again, because of the close quarters of the castle, it's hard to move around, but do your best. Over here, basically, Narmadorn, nobody will be having a problem because those horses probably gave them a little bit of an issue. But again, if you can slow them down, keep you guys together, try to keep them healed. Again, you're not gonna be doing lots of damage and that kind of stuff back to you, because you got the horses attacking you, which are to your disadvantage. You got soldier guys coming at you as well. Again, you can do something against them, but you're already weakened because of all the horses attacking you. And then of course you've got Tanya going after you with the sorcerer, and that area because they're gonna throw like thunder and all this other stuff at you. So, and you don't have a healer on your side because Chris is with Layden. So you really have disadvantage. So all you can really do is try to suck up some of the damage, keep your horses together. You need to retreat back and go into a holding position, so that way you can heal everybody out back up again, and then keep them occupied, and that way that'll buy you some time until Layden comes over, and then he can help you deal with all the extra horses and all the extra guys like that. Okay, so I just when I'm thinking about this, I thought of another TurboGrafx story. I remember I was at the Radio Shack at Pacific Center Mall. Okay, again, it's no longer there. Even the store is no longer actually in Pacific Center anymore. I do believe it is now a Shoppers Drug Mart that's right there. But there was a headbanger guys came in. I mean, they're like really, really long hair, lots of leather and everything. They just came in, and and they wanted to come in and look at the really like video games. We had the turbo graphics and the Super Nintendo and all that stuff. But and we said, all right, these guys, they came in and they wanted to buy one, and there's only that like that. I wasn't the person dealing with them. It was more the acting sales manager, which was I believe was Ray. He was dealing with them for a while, and they were they wanted to buy this stuff, and they wanted to buy the console, they wanted extra controllers, and they just started tagging on this huge long list of stuff, right? And it's like, what the hell are these guys doing, right? These are kind of rough kind of guys, and the kind of guys, and straggly kind of guys, and all of a sudden they're just I want this, and oh yeah, give me that and that and that, and I'm looking at it going, and I kind of nudged him and said, hey Ray, what's going on? And he kind of goes, don't you recognize these guys? These guys are like Metallica. And I'm going, what? And we look closer, like, holy crap. It is, and all of a sudden these guys are like, okay, I guess they're, the band was in Vancouver doing a concert, and of course, they're just hanging around during the afternoon or whatever, and they decided to drop into the Radio Shack there, and they said, hey, let's buy a game console, and let's just have a video game night type of thing, I guess, at the hotel or whatever. So they selected like a turbo graphics, and they just basically bought everything they wanted. Controllers, they wanted multi-tabs, they wanted 5 controllers, and they wanted all this stuff, and they just started going through a list of games, and like that game, and so we started ringing it all up, and whatever, and the bill came up to, I think it came up to like $5,000 or something, like all this stuff they wanted, right? I mean, they wanted, and he's like, it's like, okay, so they rang it, so like, I don't think Ray rang it up, but some other guy rang it up, because obviously, remember something about managers don't get paid like commissions or that kind of stuff, they get paid something else, so we let somebody else ring it up, so that person got the commissions. And so he was ringing it up, and he's like, okay, how you be paid for that? And he gives him a credit card, right? And say, and he's about to say, because there's a large amount of money, we need the ID, and the Ray is kind of, says, no, don't worry about the ID. He's good on that. So we kind of passed out, we ran it through. I don't think anyone know that through, but still, these guys are just walking out with like list of shopping bags of like turbo graphic stuff, and it's like, wow, man. At least you got his autograph on a Radio Shack receipt. It's cool. That's kind of a thing. I don't know if Ray actually even kept that. That would have been really cool if he did, but that's just one of those really cool stories I remember. I was working at the Radio Shack at Pacific Center. Those guys bought a whole bunch of gaming console stuff when they were in Vancouver. And then, hey, when you're like the rock stars, why not, right? You go all that stuff. So that was really cool. Jeez, I just thought of another story actually. So yeah, I don't know. But what the hell? Looks like I'm making this episode almost all entirely about Radio Shack and like turbo graphics here. But sure, what the hell? We got a lot of levels to go here, so I can only save some of the content for the next couple levels. So definitely, you want to hear more commentary about different stories from the past. Definitely go ahead and subscribe and we'll get more of those. Okay, so let's go on to the next story. It's kind of funny. So again, I'm working at Radio Shack, and I do believe it's the Fraser Street Radio Shack. Okay, and so we got the turbo graphics on display, and I just had time I was trying to get some of those Japanese games and that kind of stuff. And as you know, the CD-ROMs and that kind of stuff work on the TurboGrafx Duo without any problems. You can just take a Japanese CD and just store it into an English TurboGrafx Duo system or whatever, and it'll run no problem. There's no region locking or that kind of stuff. Now, on the other hand, the Japanese hue cards, the little cards that you slip into the TurboGrafx units, they won't work. Not because they're like region locked or not, or that kind of stuff. The idiots who designed the TurboGrafx units, what they did is they used the same technology of the hue card and that kind of stuff. But what they did is they swapped around a bunch of the pins on there. So it's not like it's a totally different hue card. It's just that they pinned it out a little differently. So when I was reading some of the news groups and that kind of stuff, they're talking about, you can bypass that if you build an adapter. So you kind of, all you have to do is it was like pin 8, 7, and 13 or something stupid like that or whatever. It's just only like 3 pins or 4 pins that you had to swap around to a different location, and you could then basically make Japanese TurboGrafx hue cards work in an English TurboGrafx game system. Well, hey, what a perfect place to work in, like a Radio Shack, because they carry circuit boards, they carry etching kits, they carry the solution to burn, the copper off of the etch board, and they carry those connectors, those parallel and pillow port / serial port type connectors, so that you can plug it in. So basically, that's what I basically did. I sat there and said, okay, let's take a TurboGrafx hue card and let's slowly take this piece of the etching board, right, for circuit etch board. I sit there and carefully draw out what a hue card pinout is, and then continue the lines up, and then basically go, okay, we're gonna have to swap, let's say 7, 8, 13. This 7 goes over here, so you draw a line over here, you draw this one over here, 8 goes over here, and 13 goes over here, and you basically reroute the lines around, and then you basically then connect that onto I think I used it was like the printer slot connector or something, whatever. I can't remember what it was I used for that, but I remember again, Radio Shack had that kind of stuff at this time. Again, I think this is kind of hard to think about in today's technology, because everything is built for you. If you don't want it, then you just go ahead and buy another thing, but you buy an adapter or whatever from China or whatever, and you have it. But this is like a rare era where you can DIY it yourself, and that's what you have. The reason why you went to a Radio Shack is because they had all these components that you can sit there and you can just DIY your own stuff, build your own circuit. So this is one of the situations where hey, I can build this adapter to adapt TurboGrafx games or Japanese hue card games to work in the TurboGrafx, and this is really, really cool. So I remember in the slow times, I was standing around, I kind of sat there with this marker and marking out this etch board and trying to figure, okay, I want to swap this board, swap this pin with this pin. I have to reroute this one over here and this over here, and then after we got that, all of them, then got the acid out, poured it all over the board, and of course that would etch the copper lines in the right place and that kind of stuff for me. And then I'd say, okay, now you gotta put this connector on to the end of this thing, and after I get it all built, it actually worked. I remember it was so cool, because I think the first game I was trying was I do believe it was, I think it was like Neonet Terrace or something like that, or it was like the second version of military madness. I remember the first game was Nectaris, right, which is military madness. But then they made a sequel in Japanese, but they never made one for in English, right? Which is called Neo Nectaris. And so this is the second version or whatever of the game. And I remember I got the Japanese version, couldn't play it right away, but so if I got this adapter, I could plug it into the TurboGrafx and then we could play it, and then hook it up, and then I could play it. And so I remember I was playing it in the store, and when it's after hours, I'd be sitting there, playing it along, do a level or two or whatever. It's just, it was just an absolute blast. But that's one of the situations where, working at Radio Shack was like the perfect place to be. I mean, that's sort of where you were, right? It was, the good situation. You had a creative mind to for example, to do these weird sort of hacks or whatever, DIY things. This is where you wanted to be. If you knew what you're doing, you could do some kind of stuff like that. Of course, there are a lot of people who had no idea what they were doing, and they're coming to Radio Shack and asking for some really absolutely stupid things, and just showing how absolutely stupid they were.
Okay, at this point, Thorn just now has a level up. We want to make him a lord, because in the next level after lord will be magic knight, and then that way that will be his third and last level up. Okay, so we'll use that for this particular game. Okay.
Since I'm making this episode like that, I can probably go over a bunch of stories back. I think that's sort of like gonna be your next question. This is like, oh, okay, you have Radio Shack has stupid customers. Oh yeah, of course, yeah. You have any funny stories about them? I guess now that I've opened the Pandora's box, I guess I could probably go over a few of the funny stories I remember. Yeah. Okay, so this funny story I remember. This was at the Radio Shack at West Broadway, so it's way over in the West End by Broadway and McDonald. Okay. I remember, this is the era of everyone trying to buy these amplifiers and subwoofers and that kind of stuff, put it in the car and make these make those boom cars, right? Make big huge ass speakers in the car and the subwoofers in the car. And I remember this was one day that this customer came in with this car amp, and he comes in and says, "Oh yeah, I got this spare car amp. I want to hook it up so that I can use it in the house. What do I need?" And so I said, "Okay, well, it's." I remember it's like these 100 watt subwoofer thingamajiggies, 100 watts aside subwoofer thingamajiggies. And so I said, okay, that requires lots of power, so you're gonna have to use this, 12 volt, inverter thing, and then show him because it's so many, watts or whatever, he's gonna need to get the really expensive one in order to do it, right? And he's kind of looking at this and shaking his head, it's like, no, that's too expensive. And it says, it shouldn't be that complicated. No, whatever, I'm not gonna pay on that. And he just hops and hops and I know I do this. You don't need that kind of crap. Blah 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 blah. So, that's like he just storms out and he kind of he's gonna whatever. He's gonna do whatever he does, right? So I'm kind of looking going, if you knew what you were gonna do, why the hell did you come to a Radio Shack and ask me, what kind of stuff do you need to hook up your car up to use in the house? I mean, if you knew what you could do, then why'd you have to come into Radio Shack to ask someone, what stuff you need to do it? Because it's obvious you don't know what you're doing, and you want to basically, have me confirm for you what your idea is, and it's gonna work, and you're gonna go and do it anyway. So some time passes or whatever, and the guy comes back in, okay, and I wish I had a picture or a security camera or something or whatever and I already tried to Google this, and I couldn't find it. The guy comes back in. He's got his car amp, okay, and on the 12-volt line going out, there's a red and a white wire that goes, well, it's red and black, okay. It goes out on the 12-volt DC line there. And what the guy has done, he's taken a standard 2-prong electrical cord, and he's cut it, and he's basically black taped the 2 cords on the electrical cord to the 2 cord on the 12-volt DC line cord. And he's bringing this thing, he's holding it up, and he's got his amplifier connected onto this, and he's bringing it in, and I looked at it, and I was trying so hard not to laugh, going, oh my god, the guy basically tried to splice out an AC power cord right onto the 12-volt DC line, just like directly. And so I'm just waiting till the car comes up and goes, I hooked this thing up, and and I tried it out, and it doesn't work. I don't know why. It doesn't look like. Can you help me out, man? I was like, I'm just take a deep breath. I'm just trying so hard not to laugh. And it's like, I'm afraid I think you screwed your amplifier up. I was like, no, it's got to be something simple, man. It's it just didn't work. I don't know what happened. That's interesting, there's a problem here, and you just can't sort of do it, and you need to take that into one of those automotive repair shops, and maybe they can do something, but I don't think so. Well, blah 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 blah. I'm gonna go find some other places, to find out, like, yeah, I think you better go to another place, and maybe they can help you. And so the guy leaves, and it's all angry or whatever, and it's like, as soon as he left, I just floored myself laughing, like Jesus Christ, I wish I had to take a picture of that. It's like, oh my god, they actually thought that was gonna work. It's like, so I remember that was like one of the absolute most funniest stories. And I was like, I can kind of imagine him there, and just like, he wanted to, this is gonna work, I'll just take some black tape, and I'll tape this black wire here, and I'll take this black wire, and I'll white wire, and I'll just tape it to the white wire, and then it goes to electrical cord, plugs it into his electrical socket, and I'm sure something would like snap, or and just maybe some black smoke or something came out of his amp or whatever, and it's just so yeah, he probably smoked up, several $100 like amplifier, because he decided, I'll plug it into the wall socket like that. Anyway, so yeah, that was one of the funny stories I remember that came in with somebody who wanted to do something wacky like that. That really made my day.
So I'd like to thank you guys for hanging on this long, and watching this walkthrough. I mean, these things aren't short, and some of the levels can get a little bit long. I'm up to turn 25 on this one, but then again, I want to milk this level for as much experience as I can get here. Okay, there you go. The Narman opens up. She's gonna be a Hawk Knight, which is very tempting because that gives you flying moves. But in order to get the 4 hidden, the extra hidden level, the 4 class changes, you need to make her a Lord. So power up to the Lord. That way, she can get up to Ranger. Okay. So that's the end of the level. Knock out the king. He's not that tough. And so thank you again. What you want to do is hit subscribe, hit like, and then I will see you in the next episode, which will be level 7. Okay. So until next time, I will see you again.